you can't go wrong with buying the goats. You can't go wrong with Tom Brady, even though I'm from New York and I hated the Patriots and Tampa and anything. But you can't go wrong with buying Steph Curry or Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or there's a guy now, the center for Portland, the Chinese kid, Yang Hansen. He could be big guy. Look at Yao Ming. So he could be a new, and I don't think his stuff is that crazy. But I would say to kids, just tread lightly. Check out UFC, check out F1. F1 is worldwide. Soccer, the kid for Barcelona, Lamine, the kid for Barcelona. That could be a great investment right now. But don't, something shoots up, to me, 9 out of 10 times, if you buy it, a newer card and the guy's hot and you capitalize because it goes up 10x, and I would sell it. I don't care if it doubles again. The other 9 times, you're going to lose. Those prospects won't be anything, and you'll lose on that. So when someone gets hot, take advantage of that, and know that you grab the profit. And if you want to expand your capital, you got to get in, get out. What I say is get in, get out, and then get on to the next card, the next box, whatever you feel. And certain boxes that everybody breaks and opens up, I'd buy those boxes and put them away. Don't, it's whatever's in there is in there, it's sealed. So as any prospects go up in value, that box is going to go up in value. So, and the more people that open up these unopened boxes, the better off you are, because then your box will go up because the boxes will be, more in demand because they'll be scarcer. So I think it's just read up on your info, watch games, watch the player. A lot of people just they follow everybody else. Get your own information. Go watch the games. Watch the guy play in the NBA. Watch him throw in the NFL. Watch these quarter. There are a lot of quarterbacks coming out now that are rookies or second, third year that are hot as hell. So watch players. Watch, and you can kind of tell who's gonna be in it for the longevity and who's gonna, be a great star, for the future.
That's awesome. And it sounds like you're really preaching that scarcity in collectibles is really kind of where you prioritize the types of items that you have, whether it's vintage items that are old, they're not making any more of them, or these card boxes that people are leaving unopened. And as more people open them, they become scarcer. What are some of the items that you've come across that have been extremely scarce that maybe you've decided, hey, I kind of like, I love this. I'm kind of can hold on to this myself. This is like a really cool collection type of item for me.
Yeah, it's interesting. I always say I'll buy something, and then I always say, well, you know what? I'm gonna keep that. That's really cool. I will never sell that until a week or two goes by, and I show one of my clients. He's like, I have to have that. And it's tough, and I'll tell you how tough it is. I just sold a book signed by Martin Luther King. It was signed The Stride of Freedom. It was signed by Martin Luther King, Coretta Scott King, and Ralph Abernathy, who was Martin Luther King's mentor. And a photo of Martin Luther King, Abernathy, the guy that got the book signed, and the guy that brought the guy to meet Martin Luther King. So that this stuff's gone through my hands like a book signed by Pablo Escobar. That's incredible. That's a piece of history. There are things that have just gone through my hands, like Abraham Lincoln documents, or Babe Ruth letters, or pages from Joe DiMaggio's diary talking about Marilyn Monroe. So sir, it's tough, as far as I recently got a gift from a friend of mine who's very close with Robert Downey Jr. And we all know that Robert Downey Jr. was in jail, in early 2000, and he did these drawings, just to, you know, pass time. And I've always wanted one of those. And a friend of mine gave me one of them for our anniversary, and also as a wedding gift. And I was always like, what am I going to be able to trade him? come up with thousands and thousands of dollars worth of trade, and then he gave it to me as a gift. So that was really cool. So that will never be sold. That won't be sold next week, next month, next year, next never. That will never be sold.